Hello and welcome to Let's Play Totally Rad. I'm your host Roger. This game isn't a bad game. It isn't a good game. It's a forgettable game. In fact, it would very much be a very forgettable game had the translation not been what it was. Because at the tail end of the Nintendo's life cycle, this game was doomed to obscurity. And it nearly had it. Except in this game, everybody talks like they're from Surfer California land, and the title is Totally Rad. You really can't outdo that. So, let's dive in, shall we? Now, Totally Rad actually wasn't a fully American-made game. It was imported from Japan. They just changed the graphics a little to make them less anime cartoony, and gave everybody Surfer dialect. It was apparently just a whim of the programmers, and they're a little thankful for it, I guess, by now, just because who's heard of Magic John? On the other hand, Totally Rad, sub there of Caveman Games. Mediocre to sucky games that just because of sheer absurdity don't leave the public consciousness in a way. Public consciousness, I say, like nerd stuff is a big thing. I can't play this game without hearing like the Keanu Reeves voice for our hero here. Whoa, Jake has been attacked by surprise? Gnarly! As you can see, it's kind of got a bit of a problem with its holdover because it's supposed to be set in modern 1990 California, and we've got mystical castles and forests and whatnot along this cybernetic wall and stuff like that. It's kind of like Metroid with his jumps there. I like that. I called her Metroid. Kill me now. Bit more like Mega Man is the gameplay. You can charge up your little magic shots there. You got your life meter, your magic meter, standard stuff. Can't charge while in midair, though, because he's too busy Samus sleeping, so he insults Samus with his inability to hold a charge shot while spinning in a ball. For shame, child, for shame. Now, enemies don't drop power-ups. You have to use your spells to heal yourself. Boom. Not a full heal, but it'll get me through. You actually, despite what the game's plot said of learning your magic, young Padawan, you already start with it all available, because a level up system probably would be too much for the makers of Jellico there to handle. Every time I play this game. In fact, the only reason I even know about Totally Rad was because I bought it for about $5 from a local video store growing up. I went from NES to PlayStation. I had this large time where I would just go into video stores and look at the games that I would never be able to play because I had nothing better to do with my afternoons, I guess. So while the shelves were lined with Super Nintendo and Sega and even PlayStation games, and that the local demo kiosks would offer wonderful things like a chance for me to try out Columns. Ooh, Columns. Yeah, that'll convince me to buy a Sega Genesis. I could simply get through. Well, this is a good sign. The boss of the first stage here seems to be the Sid and Marty Krofft equivalent to Donkey Kong, which is about par for the course, I imagine, with bad designed enemy look graphics. But hey. You can't restore your magic, so you gotta really use your spells when you need to, since there's more than just healing yourself. Well, that's the first stage. I'm going to call this video done for now. Tune in soon for part 2 of Let's Play Totally Rad.